What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Benchwarmer Radio Show. We're going to talk about the Rangers, the Mets today, but we're going to start off with the, I guess, shocking story of Aaron Hernandez killing himself in prison. How do you guys feel about that? Do you care that he did it?
Kind of.
We'll be blunt about it,
because my view on it is like, I don't know. I mean, it's upsetting. Not upsetting. Yeah. It's sad. I would say. I think the whole story in general is sad.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not like. I didn't see it, and I wasn't like when Jose Fernandez passed away. I was like, oh wow, he passed. But like, I saw Hernandez the other day. I was kind of like, well, all right. I kind of figured. I mean, let's be honest too. Like, he was probably gonna die in prison anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean,
prison's like a death sentence.
Yeah. If you're there for a life and a half, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but so.
There's definitely like half the story that's missing from this.
I read something today on like it was like a reasonable site, ESPN maybe. I can't remember what site it was, but it wasn't like some dumb blogger. But they think he somehow smoked K2 before.
Yeah. That's what I saw.
Which I mean,
doesn't that kill you also? I guess
it makes you go crazy.
Nuts.
That's why you gotta stick to the real stuff. Real stuff doesn't kill you.
It makes you go nuts.
Dude, there's videos of people in the Bronx and like Brooklyn and stuff, like literally like
they're like vomiting
going crazy, like passing out on the street and stuff because of that.
Because it's really inexpensive.
Isn't it like completely fake too?
It's like potpourri.
It's like chemicals.
Yeah.
It's literally like a table setting, like that. Like if you see like fake trees in like or fake like whatever, that's what that is.
So yeah,
people smoke it.
I'm pretty sure that would just make you want to kill yourself. Do that, but because he didn't leave a suicide note or anything. But he
wrote John 16 on his forehead.
And then he apparently I guess they found like pen on certain parts of his body where I forget what it was called, but it's essentially what people do when people do it to represent where Jesus.
Oh, the stigmata.
Yeah, I read that, but. I don't know.
That's so stupid because this guy's the farthest thing from Jesus.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's what kills me, dude. All these people go, okay, like take a step back. He's a murderer. Yeah. Why do all these murderers they're so religious? You are murderers.
You're not religious at all.
Doesn't John 3:16 what he wrote? Doesn't that mean like essentially it's like
no matter what you did, if you have Jesus's love, then you have eternal life. That's what it means. Which is stupid.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I really can't go into it too much, but realistically, like, I think it was just more shocking because, then I'm starting to think, like, do you think this guy was just, he got that one thing acquitted, but, like, I don't understand, like, he already was serving life.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, he forgot about that case and he was like, I got acquitted, I'm only getting 5 years. Like, no, you have life for the other one.
Still.
Was the other one settled? Like,
no,
he definitely did it?
No. I mean, I think he was, but they're appealing it. But those appeals in like the court system, judicial system, it could take even 25 years before they even appeal it. So I don't know what happened, but it's just sad. I mean, really talented guy, went to Florida, played with Tim Tebow of all people.
Yeah.
People. I don't know. It's just a sad story, but
I think that. Well, I was reading a lot about him yesterday, a lot about his backstory. He has a really, really rough past.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And a rough past before football, and then in prison, he's had a rough.
Yeah, apparently he like joined the Bloods.
He joined the Bloods and's been in constant fights. Like I think he like stabbed people or something.
Yeah,
I
did hear that. Yeah, because you know what it was. I read that too a few months ago because they thought it was gang initiation. Like basically. I read something that like I guess a prosecutor or someone was basically saying like he's like one of those gang members who gets in, but he's so scared that he needs to adapt within prison, and I don't know, man. This guy is definitely a little bit of a dirtbag.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
If you have murder charges against you,
multiple
murder charges against you, you're probably not the best guy.
No.
Same thing. I mean, this has nothing to do with sports, but like with Bill O'Reilly, what's going on with him?
Yeah.
If people hate you for other reasons besides sexual assault, you're probably a piece of garbage.
No doubt. Yeah. And it just goes back to like, I mean, come on, let's be honest too. Now we're on the topic. Familia comes back today. Beat his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy to think. But yeah, no. And what's like Joe Hayden, the cornerback.
He put up a fake Instagram post.
Yeah, you saw the Instagram post,
yeah.
Right? It's kind of weird, like, because he's representing him obviously in he didn't know the bad side.
Yeah.
Or he was representing him like this, and I couldn't even like. It was just so odd. You know what I mean? Like we don't know that person. Maybe Hernandez was. I don't know, dude. Everything I've read, the guy's like been a bit of a a scumbag his whole life.
I saw something on Instagram. It was like someone that played, I think, like safety or cornerback in the NFL. Like when the murder charges first happened, the guy was like, I hit him late out of bounds, and he looked at me. He was like, "I'm going to kill you," and he's like, "Now I know he probably would have killed me."
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's all I have to say about that.
I think
too far
that's
there.
Terrifying.
The way I look at it is
terrifying.
Oh my god.
Well, so like we said before that he obviously joined a gang, but he had a really, really rough past before football, because I think what I was reading, I think it was on like Bleacher Report, so that's pretty reputable.
Yeah.
So his father died when he was 16 years old, and that's when his life just like completely changed. Like I guess he was a good kid up until then.
He's from Connecticut, right?
Yeah, he's from Bristol, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And which I think is a kind of rough area.
Yeah, Connecticut's got some rough.
Yeah. So his dad died of like cancer or something like that, and like after that, his mom started dating, and she was dating an ex-con, and the guy would like stabbed her multiple times and stuff like that. Like Hernandez had to see that as like a teenager.
So I guess
that's where it came from.
I don't know if that's exactly where it came from, but I think he has a lot of built up
anger.
Yeah,
but that's wild, because there was a lot of rumor. Like I remember when he first killed the guy, when he killed Odin Lloyd, the amateur football player.
Yeah.
Apparently, like they said that there was cold cases in Florida and stuff that they all like ultimately thought he was linked to. Like,
when he was in college.
Yeah, he posted like pictures with him, like selfies with handguns. I mean,
that's,
and especially down there. I mean, you're down in Florida. It's like the armpit down
place.
there. Like you can pretty much do whatever you want
Yeah.
in Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just think it's a sad. Anytime somebody takes their own life, it's sad. But I mean, we'll never know why he did it. He didn't know.
No.
But
I wish he left a note. I think that would make it interesting. As messed up as that sounds,
well,
I
for
wish.
the family too, like the closure.
I feel bad for his daughter,
because you have no idea what happened, and if it was, if it was because he took those drugs, like that's even worse. Because I mean, ultimately, because apparently, like his attorney was like he was non-suicidal at all. Like he showed. I guess they had a psychiatrist go in there, and they said he was like obviously distraught a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like anybody would. You're in life in prison, and you're just getting. Actually, he was never in prison though. Like he was still in jail, wasn't he?
His case wasn't done.
Yeah, he never made it all the way to the prison.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's sad, but I mean, especially it's so ironic too that it was on the day that the Patriots were in D.C. celebrating their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. And that's another story how none of them went, but
Yeah. Basically the way I look at it, I think it's kind of like an American tragedy. Cause it's like the American dream gone wrong.
Yeah.
Because like he obviously came out of a garbage neighborhood.
And he like made it.
And he made it.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I saw this thing on Twitter. It was like, in the NFL by 20, multimillionaire by 22, convicted of murderer by 25, dead by 27.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
In a 7-year span.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember he came up. I mean, him and Gronk were.
Dude.
It was unstoppable.
Yeah.
If he was still with them, the Patriots probably would have won like 3 or 4 straight Super Bowls.
It's just wild. Such a talented guy. But I mean, and it's just so crazy. During your career, though, like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, kill someone after. Like, come on. OJ did it. OJ knows what he was doing. He made his money and then he killed
and he got away with it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, Aaron, like, I don't know, man. Like, you're playing. Like, obviously, he killed people before. Like, this didn't just happen. Like, I can't believe that he just woke up and Odin Lloyd pissed him off and he killed him. Like, that was the first time he did it.
Was Odin Lloyd his sister's brother?
Or husband? Or there was some correlation there. And, like, I remember the story was like, was he the nightclub? Was he the guy who, like, remember, maybe it was this, no, maybe that.
I thought he did a drive-by at a nightclub.
Because remember the nightclub was that somebody bumped him. And he felt disrespected, so he killed the guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the story for the. I think that's the guy he just got acquitted for. the other day.
Okay.
I think Odin Lloyd was the life, or it might be vice versa.
I think there's one where
I
he
think
stabbed
Odin
someone.
was alive.
Yeah, that's the one that people think is like definitely.
Because that was the big one, and they're like,
but
he's getting life for
they were
that.
diving in the pond for like weeks looking for
Yeah.
weapons
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
like
That was.
It's
That was crazy.
It's just crazy to think that like you like you know what I mean, like when you're pretty young, like I've never talked to like a superstar athlete, but I'm sure if you talk to him when you're like 15 years old, I'm pretty sure you know that you like I'm sure when LeBron was like 16 years old.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know, like all right, let me stay out of trouble because obviously I'm gonna make it. In
Yeah, he was 2 years away from it.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like you know, like
he was probably at that point. He was like, all right, I know they're
that's what I'm
looking
saying.
at him.
No,
They're like, all right, you're going.
No, that's what I'm
So-
saying. So at the age of 16, you're well
Yeah.
aware that I'm going to be a professional sport. So Aaron Hernandez is probably 16, 18. Like, you're well aware where you're going. Why do you get involved in that stuff? You know what I mean? Like, you know you're going to go there.
Yeah,
but
that puts
again-
him on more high alert too.
With like the dad, his dad dies when he's 16 years old. Having a dad at not having a dad at 16 is
Yeah,
probably one of
I
the
guess.
one of the roughest times to not have a
for
dad.
For sure. But it's just so crazy. It's just like, it's such a shame, though. Like, just the part of, like, how good he was. Like, just, I mean, and obviously we're so far removed from even that part of it. Like, what, 4 years from when he even played, or 3 years? Like,
2013, he signed a contract and then got arrested.
so yeah, about four, yeah. So,
He signed a $40 million contract.
but
Like-
it's just crazy to me. Like, it's just like, it's just a shame. It really is. It's just, you know, that. And then he goes and takes his life. I mean, but apparently his family wants it for this. They want the brain now for to study it for
CTE.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, he obviously wasn't that.
Yeah, he had problems before football.
Yeah, it's not like Junior Seau. Remember, he like committed suicide. The linebacker.
Yeah, he shot himself in the chest.
Yeah, and he was like CT. Like, it's a completely different story. But I don't know. I just think it's another really really big. I don't know, what word, like a
Conspiracy?
nah, just like for the NFL, like a
Problem.
like a stamp, you know, like a like a another page they gotta like kind of turn. Just I mean, between the guys who don't even, you know, the CTE, committing suicide, the guys who are getting arrested. I mean, they had a full blown murderer in the NFL. I mean, I mean, and think back, like what is it, like, so like what more than when was Ray Lewis's thing? Probably like 15 years
2000.
ago.
17. Yeah.
I mean, he
He did it. He
like
obviously.
90%.
yeah.
And then remember Marvin Harrison a few years after that.
He
Yeah, I
killed.
think
He
so.
shot someone.
He shot
didn't
some. They found a bullet from like a gun he owned. And the dude's in the Hall of Fame now. Like, he just got
Right.
inducted. Like, he never was.
Yeah, but Harrison was such like a family
Laid-back
guy. Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
But you know what? I just think the NFL. I mean, obviously you can't like be like, you know, like watching these guys 24/7. But it's like it's a problem that's never really gonna be solved. But yeah, the NFL. Yeah, that's a shame, and it is. I just think it's not like the NFL's fault, but it's just like, what else is gonna go wrong?
Yeah, and they gotta watch the guys there. Like,
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can't tell if these guys are gonna kill people.
No,
like,
but I mean that's wild. You know what? Kraft too, the owner, I feel like he's one of those, like, he's like a psychopath because like he can charm you on the outside, but that guy's constantly.
He's definitely.
He's constantly turning his head like, oh, I didn't know what happened in Deflategate. I didn't know we spied on people. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
like, you can't just be like, I mean, come on. If Aaron Hernandez was like saying I'm going to kill you to like people during the play, like, you gotta like sit down and be like, are you like okay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure like there's obscenities that are thrown around on the field, but I'm pretty sure people aren't like, I'm going to kill you. Like, if I heard that as a player, I'd actually be like,
I
all
would
right,
be
that's a little
scared.
crazy. Like, I don't know about that.
I was reading. He had notes from prison. I don't know who they were sent to, but he had notes, and he was saying that he would watch the games and like he loved like his teammates and stuff like that, but he ripped apart Kraft. He
Yeah.
called Kraft like a traitor and said like he didn't stand up for me, but like, dude, I'm sorry, I might not stand up for you either.
Nah,
if you
yeah.
if you have a double murder charge and a
definitely
murder
not.
charge.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, I mean that's good for. I mean, Kraft obviously you don't want to. Like, okay, denying a deflated football is one thing, but when you start like you said, Rob, when you're starting to side with double murder, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like maybe he could have been like. You know, like, okay, like, we'll look into it, blah, 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 blah. But, like, I mean, that's just how he is. Like, Kraft, I've heard that, too. But, yeah, you're never going to, like, you can't really defend a guy who's murdering people. And that's where it's kind of hard for me to read those things with Joe Hayden.
Yeah,
Because
like
I don't know him. I never knew him
Yeah.
at that stage, so I guess it's that. Obviously, that's on us.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know, man. You can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can say. Like, I see people saying, like, "Oh, rest in peace, Aaron Hernandez." Like,
Yeah.
no.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody's like, it's like this man. That's why it's hard. It's such. Everybody's so on the fence with it because like, anytime a person dies, and especially takes their own life, it's upsetting. But like, but this
But
is
he wasn't going anywhere. Like he
no.
was
But
in
this is my
jail for
this
life.
is my thing too. Like think of
Prison.
it. People in prison and jail kill themselves all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference was that this was a guy we saw. He's
He-
a quote unquote celebrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people in prison that kill themselves that don't kill people.
That's what I'm saying.
They're maybe they just get depressed and they kill themselves. Or
Exactly,
there's people in there that
Right now.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
innocent people in prison.
exactly that
Yeah.
kill themselves, and no one says, "Oh, they're criminals."
Yeah.
Don't say rest in peace for them. No, I mean Aaron Hernandez. Like, it's a sad story, and it's a shame that he killed himself. But
yeah,
no R.I.P. for you.
No, for sure.
I feel bad for the family.
His daughter. I
feel
bad
terrible for his daughter.
because listen, she's never gonna know her father. The way she's gonna know her father is
A murder.
a murderer who committed suicide in prison. He
Yeah.
played football, was a murderer, and he killed himself in
Yeah,
prison.
it's.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wouldn't want to know it that way.
Yeah, she's never gonna know him.
Absolutely not.
I guess. I mean, it's kind of like Jose. It's kind of a shame when the kids never know your father.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. But, all right, we'll talk about some more happy things when we get back.
Well, the Mets aren't too.
Oh yeah, well the Yankees are.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a little while. Talk about some Mets. Listen to the Benchroom Radio Show on WICR.